Feminist and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cock the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with...
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. Uses the spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
throwing on third down, Lauletta. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Lawletta on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! Gone! Detroit! Hot!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lawletta. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Lucky 56.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Play fake. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney!
On On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll drop the throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Taking a shot for Samuel. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out comes Minnesota.
Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. And taken right on the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
It's Lawlett off play action. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Detroit!
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lawlett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run with Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Detroit!
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle credited to Jamal Agnew. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first and 10, Lauletta. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And his throw is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second and 10, Lauletta. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. To throw here. He's got that one complete to Darbo. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Lauletta again here on second and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now here's Lauletta. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Anthony Barr in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lauletta now on second. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Lauletta now to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. He gets away from one. And a short gain down to about the 33. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And his kick is indeed good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Cook following the penalty. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Detroit! Gun!
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He's back to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time on fourth down for Lauletta. got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Lauletta. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Well, that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And partner, this first...
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account, look. Somebody give me a...